A lot of people here in mid-Michigan are expressing their frustration and concerns about the government shutdown on social media. We asked our viewers to post questions for Congressman Dan Kildee on our Facebook page. ABC 12's Washington correspondent Ted Fiorliso caught up with Kildee to get some answers. It's a story you will only see on ABC 12.
Congressman Dan Kildee, we're getting a lot of feedback from your constituents on Facebook. One of them comes from Christy Patel. She says, what is going to happen to government-subsidized housing, food assistance, etc.? How can you answer that question?
Well, at least for now, when it comes to housing, most of the agencies that receive support have funding through October. After that, it's not clear what will happen. When it comes to food assistance, it's basically the same thing. The bigger question is not so much what happens with the shutdown, but what happens if we go over the debt ceiling. At that point in time, all bets are off. It's not clear what the federal government will be prepared to pay for at that point.
Another question regarding benefits. Shelley Beatty Mogler says, I'm really concerned about losing my SSI. I have been told if it's not resolved by the 17th of October, we won't receive our November 1st checks. Very scary.
Well, that's another situation where it speaks to the importance of this debt ceiling question. You know, shutting down government basically delays a lot of things, makes us inefficient, costs the government money. But any payment that the federal government makes is jeopardized if we breach the debt ceiling. So the president spoke today and I think has made a good point to say this is not just like another one of the 17 government shutdowns. The fact that we have folks here in Congress that are willing to threaten the debt ceiling means that not only would Treasury note holders be at risk, but people who basically depend on the government for their very subsistence could be at risk.
We all know the cause of this shutdown. Both sides could not come to an agreement on a clean continuing resolution. And one of our viewers, Patty Daly, asks, why is shutting down the government that affects so many people and lives going to change anything about health care?
Well, it won't, and that's been made so clear, is that the shutdown was really used, the threat of a shutdown, to try to roll back a law that's already been enacted. It obviously didn't work, and so now those who advocated for the shutdown are looking for some other reason that the shutdown was executed.
That was ABC 12's Ted Fiorliso reporting. Now, we tried to reach Congressman Dave Camp and Congresswoman Candace Miller for comment. They both declined. Coming up tonight on ABC 12 News at 11, Congressman Kildee answers more of your questions from Facebook, including if he's still getting paid.